Okay, hello everyone. I'm trying something new. I tried to make a video as I was driving today, and apparently it's too big for YouTube because I rambled on a lot. So there is quite a lot happening in my life right now. I should have made probably 3 videos by now, but I didn't. So now I have to keep my videos to a 10 to 15 minute window and make more. So, where to start? Let's start with the fact that I have a subscriber. I didn't expect to. I didn't make these for anybody but me. But thank you, Gigi, for subscribing. Thank you for your kind words. Pass it along. If these videos help anybody, then great. My 18-minute video that I rambled on today went into what I've done so far and the experiences with the program. But instead of starting there, what I'm going to do is talk to you a bit about how I got to this place in my life. I'm 35. I live in Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. I have been overweight my entire life. I remember being, 14, 15 years old in high school, going back to school shopping with my mom and having to wear size 16, size 18 pants. At my heaviest, I was 319 pounds. If I can figure out video editing, here is where I will put a picture of what I looked like at 319 pounds so you can get an idea. I would watch The Biggest Loser all the time and see these guys, these huge people that were 319 pounds, and I'm like, oh God, I don't look that big, but I am. I was the healthiest unhealthy person. So at around 2011, when I was 319 pounds, they told me that I was pre-diabetic. That means I'm straight on the course to diabetes type 2. And up until then, I was pretty healthy for an inactive, unhealthy eater. My cholesterol was fine. My blood pressure was fine. My iron was a little low. My vitamin D was a little low. But I didn't have too many issues. And when they told me I was pre-diabetic, I did absolutely nothing. I continued to eat a terrible diet of simple sugars and junk food and takeout. And I did not exercise. I had no physical activity whatsoever. And I didn't care how much I ate. I didn't watch my portions. I drank my calories. I remember I lived in Fort McMurray for almost a year, and I would go to work and I would pick up a large milkshake and 2 snack wraps, chicken snack wraps, and that would be my lunch. And I never realized the fat and the sugar content of those milkshakes. I would have one almost every day. Large. So I wasn't taking care of myself. I didn't care. I didn't even care when they told me that I had developed diabetes. I think my blood sugars, when I started to actually measure them, were in the 20s. for anybody who isn't a diabetic or doesn't know much about diabetes. Your blood sugar fasting should be between 4 and 6, or 5 and 7, depending on who you ask. And after you eating, it should be 1 to 2 points higher than your fasting sugar. So mine was high. So they put me on medication and I did nothing about it. And I switched medication and I did nothing about it. I rarely even test my blood sugar. And so I kind of feel like I've given myself diabetes. I know that's not the case. I know that, well, I can't say it's not the case. A lot of people, a lot of professionals, nurses, dietitians, doctors, when I make the comment that I have given myself diabetes, they're the first to say, no, there's so many factors that go to diabetes. And I agree. Diabetes runs in my family, so I already have a genetic predisposition towards it. Obesity runs in my family as well. Not so much my mom and dad and sister. I mean, when it comes to morbid obesity, they're a little, I don't know, they carry a little bit of extra weight, but whatever. But aunts, uncles, cousins, obesity is an issue, so it runs in my family on both sides. And so I already have all of these factors against me to develop this disease that could kill me, that could, ruin my kidneys and my pancreas and result in me taking needles every day and suffer from nerve pain and all of that. So, but I did nothing, because it wasn't in front of me. It wasn't, here's your handful of pills, take them. Or here's your nerve pain that you're experiencing every day, take them. Deal with it. Because it was out of sight, out of mind. It's not like a scratch on your arm that you can see or a broken bone that you can feel. You don't realize that high blood sugar and diabetes is killing you until it's too late. And so I didn't do anything, and I gave it to myself. And then for years and years and years, I suffered from some type of nerve pain in my leg. I would stand or walk for longer than an hour or so, and the top portion, the outer portion of my leg would go completely numb and tingle and pain and hurt. And then when I sat down or I laid down, after a while, it would come back to life and it would be fine. And every doctor I talked to said, well, you need to lose weight. It's the pressure, the extra weight you're carrying on your spine. That's what this is. There's nothing to do but lose weight. And I would lose and I would gain and I would lose and I would gain. And then last December, 10 months ago, it went numb and it hasn't come back. And so now, the pain varies every day. Some days are worse than others. If I have to walk or stand for a long time, it starts to burn and it feels like somebody is stabbing me. It's stabbing my leg. So that's something that I can feel. That's something that's in the forefront of my mind every day. It hurts. So along with diabetes comes high blood pressure. So I take pills for that. I don't take pills for my leg anymore. I just deal with it because the pills for nerve pain made me feel funny. I've had depression and anxiety my entire adult life. It was a long journey, a very large struggle to become a productive member of society, and it took several years. I have been a functioning, productive member of society without debilitating depression or anxiety because I take pills, I take medication, and I identify the concerns. So I shouldn't say that. Not that I identify the concerns. I know what I'm like as a person, and I know what depression makes me, and the symptoms and things that I can identify when I'm having an episode. And I still have them. I still have days when it's a little hard, but the medication helps. So that's how I've gotten here. And so growing up as a fat kid, you have no self-esteem. I didn't have boyfriends. I didn't really, like, I dated, but not much. I have found my partner, my life, and he is amazing and supportive. And I've tried every diet gimmick that I could afford. Weight Watchers, I've tried that several times, and it works if you want to count calories for the rest of your life, or points, or whatever. It works. I've tried the Atkins diet. I've tried, that's my text message. I've tried Slim Fast and different types of shakes, and starving myself. Did that for a little bit in high school. That was very unhealthy. After I got diagnosed as a diabetic, type 2 diabetic, I met with a doctor who told me that if I went vegan and lived the vegan lifestyle, I would be symptom-free and off medication in 6 months. So I went vegan for a year and a half. Vegan light. I cheated with cheese sometimes, and I had some meat, probably once a month if I was craving it. But otherwise, I lived a 95% vegan diet, and I did not go symptom-free. I lost some weight, but then adding meat back into my diet and dairy meant I gained it back. And then, then I saw my doctor. And right now we're at 12 minutes. So that's my history. Journal entry number 3. Stay tuned for the bariatric program details. Cheers.